Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be reacting to why the voice of America is fake. But yeah, I was also wondering, am I speaking English? I was always wondering, like why, like after all these seasons, has anyone ever like blown up from being on The Voice? Because I know American Idol, they have a lot of stars that are like really popular now. Like I feel like even Benson Boone, he didn't win the show. Apparently he was on American Idol. He didn't, I think he dropped out on his own, and like he's one of the biggest stars right now, but he's from American Idol. Like, has that ever happened on The Voice? Do we know anyone from The Voice? Like, I used to watch The Voice a lot, so I do know, like, personally from watching The Voice, I do know some people, but like, has anyone ever like become a worldwide name from being on The Voice? Like whether they won the competition or they lost? I don't think so. And yeah, I guess we'll see how it's fake. But yeah, I know that sometimes production, they like choose the winners before or stuff like that behind the scenes. I don't know. But yeah, let's get into the video, and please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below. His face is like,
yes,
I don't know.
Voice. That raw, explosive, goosebump-inducing kind of voice. The kind that made you pause mid-dinner and think, how is this person not already famous? That was the Voice of America. Now it's just The Voice, a glossy talent show dipped in auto-tune, wrung out with backstories and blow-dried for ratings.
I'll turn around. I saw my mom. She passed back in October.
And also, like, I don't understand the concept of the show, because if it's The Voice, that means you're judging them on The Voice. So I don't know why they even turn around in the first place, because once you see what they look like, it's not just about The Voice anymore. And also these backstories, like, what does that have to do with your singing ability? Like, I feel like it's just to get sympathy points and stuff. Like, The Voice should just be based off of The Voice. That's what I think, because it's The Voice. Like, it's a singing competition, so shouldn't the concept just be voting and stuff based off of your singing ability and performance and stuff? But now the looks go into it after they see you.
Remember when it was actually about, you know, The Voice? Not the tragic montage, not the cliffhangers before every ad break, not the judges fighting harder for screen time than the singers do for a career. Back in 2011, it felt like a breath of fresh air. A music show where looks didn't matter, just talent. No glitter, no gimmicks, no download the app to vote nonsense. Just a mic and a dream. But
yeah, the person that I was thinking of, like the person that I really liked watching on the show, was what's her name? Something Renee. She was like a black country singer, and she would like just sing country songs. Something Renee, I forgot. But yeah, she was really good. But I feel like she even though she was good on the show, like nothing happens after the show. I don't know why.
But like so many talent shows, The Voice slowly became what it once tried to replace.
I was interrupted by an ad.
One show losing its edge. It's about a bigger shift. Somewhere along the way.
But didn't like Christina Aguilera, she was a judge, and she was like, oh, it's a mistake to be on the show. Didn't Adam Levine also say something? But now he's back on the show for this new season. I don't know. I don't understand.
And the metrics grab the wheel. In an era of curated feeds, viral edits, and manufactured moments, who even has time for raw, unfiltered talent anymore? The Voice of America premiered in 2011.
Really? I feel like it was longer
11.8
or earlier.
Viewers on NBC. A surprise hit in a genre most thought was dying. Its one mission: give great singers a shot based on nothing but their voice. It was adapted from The Voice of Holland, created by John de Mol, the same guy behind Big Brother. Apparently, the Dutch don't just know reality TV, they own it. The formula was simple: blind auditions, 4 superstar coaches, battle rounds that actually felt like...
Okay, they say 4 superstar coaches, but on the newest season, there's a judge. I have no idea who she is. So it's interesting that, like, every season there's been judges that I know. Like, I know all the judges every season, but this season was the first time they had a judge, and I was like, who's that? But yeah, speaking of singing competitions, did y'all ever watch Four, or what's it called? The Four. That was a really good singing competition. It was like an actual competition because they were battling for their final spots to like get a chair, and the people that were on the show are like professional. I guess they were found through like social media and stuff. But yeah, um, I really enjoyed watching that show. The performers on that show were really good. I feel like the only person that came out of the show was Javaya, but where is she now? I don't know.
Like battles, live shows where talent actually mattered, and the coaches, they cared. CeeLo was weird but fun.
He was weird but fun.
Christina brought vocal critique. Blake Shelton was, well, Blake
Dang,
Shelton.
what year was
And
that?
Adam
Or
Levine
I guess it was
the king of
2011.
walking
He looks so young.
Back then, contestants like Javier Colon or Dia Frampton weren't memeable reality stars. They were legit musicians. Javier's Time After Time duet with Adam Levine became one of the most replayed clips of the season.
Okay, what happened to
It hit
him?
the iTunes charts right after the finale.
Where did they
Actual
go after the
charts, not
show?
just trending hashtags. And the performances? Raw, gritty, memorable. The kind you watched on YouTube 15 times and sent to your mom with the message, just listen to this. It felt revolutionary. A show where someone who looked like your neighbor, or like Jordan Smith, could blow you away with nothing but a voice. His season 9
Yeah, I feel
edition
like
of
The Voice should just focus on the voice. So they should do like a Masked Singer thing where they're covered up and you don't know what they look like until they're voted off. And yeah, you could just focus on their performance and their vocal technique instead of, because like once you see what they look like, then of course looks factor in like to other stuff.
Chandelier left all 4 coaches stunned before they even saw him. That's what The Voice was supposed to be. No bias, no branding, just talent. The blind auditions were electric.
Oh.
The coaches turned their chairs and
R.I.P.
it meant something, because it did. You didn't know what was coming, and that made every moment unpredictable. Real, fresh, human. There was even a sense of mentorship.
Sorry, I keep pausing, but watching this reminds me of other stuff. I hate it when it's probably just a personal thing, but like I hate it when people are crying, like backstage and stuff. Like I guess their family and stuff, they're crying, but it's not like they even won the show. Like they're just singing on the stage and they're crying because I don't know. I guess they're happy. I don't know, but like they didn't even make it far enough into the competition to be that emotional. Personal thing. Like I don't know. I guess it's weird to me that people are so emotional, even though like they're just on the show, like not even that far into the show yet, and you're already crying. Like they could be voted off the next day, but I don't know. I just
Not
wonder
just
about
pick
that
me for
sometimes.
my team because I'm famous, but pick me because I know how to help you win. You could feel the connection. When a coach turned their chair, you knew they believed in what they heard. That was the magic. Even the battle rounds were gripping. 2 singers, 1 song, and no room for error. You'd hold your breath during those duets, knowing only one voice would make it through. It was drama, but the right kind. The kind that
Were
didn't
those
doubt
real
your
though?
ability,
Because sometimes
not
I feel
lose
like they
your
chose the
eyes,
wrong
and
person.
there was hope. You'd root for someone and actually believe they had a shot at stardom. Cassidy Pope hit #1 on iTunes. Sawyer Fredericks landed on the Billboard 200. It wasn't just TV.
And I still
it was a
have no
real
idea
show. You
who
ever
these people
watch a
are.
show and
These
feel like
names.
you're watching the format perform instead of the people? Yeah, that. The cracks in the voice started showing when the spotlight subtly slid off the contestants and straight onto the coaches. Suddenly, it wasn't about who could sing, it was about who could zing. The Voice quietly rebranded itself into the Blake
What?
and Adam Comedy Hour.
It wasn't about who could sing. It was about who could sing.
The cracks in the voice started showing when the
I just noticed that the captions
suddenly
are on.
slid off the contestants and straight onto the coaches.
I'll just keep them on.
Suddenly, it wasn't about who could sing, it was about who could zing. The Voice quietly rebranded itself into the Blake and Adam Comedy Hour, now with occasional background vocals.
Man, if you were in 6'5", I'd kick your ass.
The contestants, they were just set dressing. The producers, oh, they didn't just allow it, they embraced it. Pre-taped comedy bits, goofy coach banter, more duets than an ABBA tribute night. At some point, The show started feeling less like a talent competition and more like a musical version of The Bachelor. But, you know, with chairs that spin and
coach's
egos
show.
that don't. Then came the overproduction. Every audition was now a cinematic event. Drone shots, slow-mo hugs, lens flares that would make J.J. Abrams blush. And the backstories? Oh, the backstories. Because nothing says vocal ability like a sepia-tone trauma montage.
He's just trying to do what's best for my daughter.
Complete with piano swell and a single tear on mom's cheek.
Yeah, like what does that have to do with
Because you were good. Now you
sing
win because
competition?
your hamster died during Titanic and inspired you to sing Shallow. Tragedy sells.
It's like America's Got Talent when they choose random people to have these backstories.
And while we're talking about gimmicks, ever noticed how the show went from a lean 12-week competition to some Frankensteinian mega season? Auditions, battles, knockouts, comebacks, cross battles, playoffs, social media saves, coach steals, wildcard re-entry, live instant saves. It's like someone tried.
That's a scam. Like having these wild cards, you get voted off and then you come back. That's so weird to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, so the people that are still in line to win, now they have to like watch out for you again because you got saved or you're able to come back randomly.
Tried to turn singing into a multi-level marketing scheme. Recruit 5 friends to vote and you might advance to the quarterfinal comeback wildcard redemption round. But hey, more formats mean more ad breaks, right? And what did all that lead to? A parade of winners who vanished faster than
I remember
a song
her.
on the iTunes top 10. Let's test your memory. Name 5 winners of The Voice. No Googling. Go on. I'll wait.
I have no idea.
Exactly. Maybe you remember Cassidy Pope.
Not really.
With country
Maybe
pop
not.
radio for a second. Or Jordan Smith, who sang like an angel and then quietly slipped into the CCM charts. Beyond that, crickets. Remember when literally none of the
Were they
winners
winners?
became stars? Kind of defeats the whole purpose, doesn't it? There were singles, sure, but nobody bought them. Even the coaches stopped pretending to care. Like, wait, so after all the chair spins, emotional crescendos, and fake tears, the winner just goes home? No record deal? No breakout hit? Here's a fun little fact that aged like milk. In the early seasons, downloads on iTunes actually counted as votes. You could literally buy your favorite performance and help them win. Democracy, capitalism. Honestly, what's the difference anymore? But that's when it all got real strategic. Suddenly, cover song choice mattered more than vocal range. A decent singer doing Hallelujah could beat a powerhouse belting Tina Turner. Because sad song equals more downloads, equals more votes, equals more ka-ching. And just like that, The Voice stopped being about spontaneity. It became about engineering moments, manufacturing virality.
See, look, it's just the it's just the audition, and they're going crazy.
Tragically become the marketing strategy. It only gets worse from here.
Like that's
If
the
The
kind
Voice
of
was
reaction I
roller
would
coaster, this is the part where the
like
brakes
expect
fail,
for
the
winning the
tracks
show.
expire, and the announcer calmly says, "We're experiencing some technical difficulties."
Ain't nobody clapping. Oh, okay.
While the loop collapses in glorious slow motion. The tipping point wasn't a scandal or a technical failure, it was sparkle, flash, the arrival of celebrity coaches who turned a talent show into a primetime promo reel. Around season 14, the narrative flipped. Contestants became accessories. Coaches became the main act, not to guide but to promote. Ariana Grande, Nick Jonas, Camila Cabello, even Chance the Rapper,
Cabello.
each introduced with
Isn't it
dramatic
Cabello?
packages like they were about to headline Coachella. Some barely.
But yeah, I feel like it's the same with American Idol now. Like people that win American Idol now, where are they now? Like what do they do? I don't even know who won the last American Idol season. But yeah, when it just started, like with Simon Cowell and the original judges, that's when American Idol was popping and they were producing stars, but not anymore.
Really pretended to care. The energy.
The Voice has
wasn't,
never.
Let me help you win. It was make sure
Like,
the lighting's
dang.
good for my cutaway. As one former contestant put it, it felt like I was in someone else's promo tour, which honestly could have been the show's new tagline, or better yet, the promo tour featuring background vocals. Take season 21. One coach managed to mention their new single in 4 episodes. complete with cutaways to music videos and perfectly
Who?
timed. Don't forget to stream it winks. Yes, we are talking about
Oh.
John Legend. Meanwhile, contestants were lucky
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
45
because
seconds
he
of
hasn't been
audio
popping
with
off
audio
since his.
levels turned down so we could hear the
Where's his
coach
music?
narrating over their performance. The Voice stopped being a stage for new talent. It became a celebrity vanity project with occasional karaoke intermissions. Then
I was
came the
interrupted by an
scripted
ad.
laughter, gasps, and tears, all perfectly timed. Reactions framed in Oscar-worthy lighting. Dialogue that felt rehearsed.
Honey right there.
Wow. Wow. Thank you.
A former contestant opened up in a podcast. They had me retell my backstory 3 times, but with more emotion. The producer
Fake.
literally said, "Think about your dead pet or something." So yeah, I cried, thinking about my hamster. Rest in peace, Cheddar. Producers pushed for the perfect tear. Music swelled on cue. Cameras moved in. Authenticity
Okay, this has to be an AI voice reading this because the perfect tear. Anybody read that word like that?
was
In that
edited
context?
post. Even the contestants' words felt recycled. Music is my life. This means everything. I've been through so much. You've heard it all. So had they. And let's not forget the chairs. Remember when a chair turn gave you goosebumps? Now it takes decent vocals, a dead relative, and bonus points if your dog howled along in a thunderstorm. The Voice stopped being about voice. It became a package, pre-written, pre-sold, pre-processed. It used to be about raw talent, real moments, and jaw-dropping performances. Now, it's a slick, overproduced commercial for the coaches' careers, with a side of contestant B-roll. So how did the audience respond? They dipped, not dramatically, more like ghosting a friend you've outgrown. The ratings slid, the buzz died, the memes took over, and once the memes move in, the magic moves out. Between season 1 and season 24, viewership dropped from 13.5 million to under 4 million. The show that once gave us chill-inducing vocals now gives us TikToks titled Top 10 Fakest Moments on The Voice. And they get millions of views because takedowns go viral, and this show practically wrote its own. The fandom started turning on the
And they looked those
formula
up.
they once loved. They began questioning the sincerity of every moment. Was that 4-chair turn genuine or staged? Did the coach actually love that performance, or were they told to push the button for pacing?
Maybe.
Why do they all sing the same 3 Adele songs week after week, like there's a licensing deal no one talks about? Even the staging became a game.
I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day when I was watching American Idol. I was like, why do I always hear this song in singing competitions?
Just don't try to survive to the
Not
same
Adele,
anthem.
but another
And
song.
then came the meme. Blake pressing the button because a producer whispered, "This one cries on cue." Fake sobbing compilations, auto-tune fail edits, captioned with peak artistry. People stopped watching to feel something. They started watching to catch the con. It's no longer about connecting.
Hate watching?
It's about dissecting. In an era of TikTok breakdowns and YouTube commentary, the audience isn't passive anymore. They're not fans. They're forensic analysts with a pause button. The real tragedy, there are still amazing singers on that stage, but we don't hear about them. We hear about which coach is returning next season, or who had the most dramatic fake rivalry that week. The contestants are now side characters
It's wearing
in a
blush.
show that was meant to spotlight them. It's like watching a cooking show where the food is blurred out and we zoom in on Gordon Ramsay's eyebrows. The talent's still there. It's just edited out of focus. And what about after the finale? Gone are the dreams of fame and record deals. Most winners release one underpromoted single, disappear into the void, and resurface 3 years later on a cruise ship brochure or in a local festival lineup opening for a magician. No label push, no world tour, no viral.
Did he win the
that
show?
lasts beyond the confetti drop. The Voice
I don't know who
promised
this
to
is.
launch careers,
I guess
but
he
it
won.
ended up handing out short-term validation coupons. So can The Voice be saved? Maybe.
No.
But it would need a full-blown musical exorcism. Strip it back, kill the fake drama,
Cover
get to rotating celeb
what everyone looks
carousel,
like
and for
to
the
focus
love of
just on The
raw
Voice.
talent, let the singers sing.
Okay,
Bring
I was
back
like,
the
it sounds like
thrill of
he's
discovery,
concluding
not
the video,
illusion.
and I was right.
Imagine a reboot where there are no backstories, no sob packages, no AI-generated lighting schemes, just 4 chairs, 4 coaches, and 1 microphone. It sounds risky, it sounds old school, but it also sounds right, because at its best, The Voice reminded us that talent can come from anywhere. that someone working in a grocery store might just have the voice to stop time, that a voice, unpolished, unfiltered, and powerful, could shake an entire room. It reminded us that we didn't need a viral hook or a tragic angle to care. We just needed the music. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to bring that back. Until then, we'll be over here, watching season 1 clips on YouTube and pretending the rest never happened. Thanks for watching. And remember, just because someone turns a chair doesn't mean it's still worth listening. If you enjoyed this deep
Okay, so that's the end of the video. But yeah, I always thought about that. Like, if it's based on the voice, then why do they keep I don't know, like, why do they turn around? Because shouldn't they just focus on the voice? I don't know, it's just a personal opinion. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below. And if you want to see my experiences in Korea, you can check out my first channel, SEKSHI. And if you want to see my other socials, it's right here under my face. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.